Alright, this video I'm talk about a question that I received. It said, why don't I like to fight? Um, so to answer that question, I'm not a fighter, you know, but I could get angry. I don't like getting angry. I hate getting angry. That's something where I think it's very important for people to learn how to control their anger, and that takes a lot of spiritual training. And if you don't know how to control your anger, it could lead towards disaster. I feel a lot of people are in jail right now because they don't know how to control their anger. A lot of people are dead right now because they don't know how to control their anger. And I think the society is kind of like, they like to play games with people's minds. You know, they like to say, hey, violence is not good, but then they promote, like, cage fighting. They promote boxing. They promote football. Like, football is extremely violent. Boxing is extremely violent. Cage fighting is extremely violent. But then they say, oh, we don't promote violence. They say no gang violence. They say, oh, war is not good. But then they even go to war sometimes. America, in a way, to me, they play a lot of mind games. Oh, they say, oh, gambling's not good. But then there's casinos out there. It's like they're not so clear cut. You know, they might say over consumption of alcohol is not good. Drunk drive is not good. But then there's bars everywhere. And even they say Jesus turned water to wine, so they're making Jesus promote wine. I mean, like, America, there's a lot of mind games going on, but I just follow my heart. And my heart says that fighting is not good, and I think a lot of us know that. Like, when you see people fighting on the streets, it's not supposed to be a good thing. People are supposed to call the cops. People are supposed to intervene to make the people stop fighting. Because fighting will lead towards, ultimately, it'll lead towards death. I mean, real fighting will lead towards death. And I don't want to die, earlier than I have to. And I don't want to have to kill somebody unless it's for a really good reason. And even if it is good for, even if it is for a good reason, I still don't want to kill somebody. I don't want to have to deal with all the drama, dealing with the courts, dealing with retaliation. And these are the realities, in the concealed carry class, they're telling you, hey, if you kill somebody, you shoot somebody to death, even if you are justified in doing so, be ready to go bankrupt. Because you're going to spend your life savings defending yourself in court. And I don't want to have to deal with that. And like I said, the retaliation, you kill somebody, you better watch out for his family coming to get you. You might be on the run for the rest of your life from retaliation. Fighting, I don't even like arguing with people. If people don't see what I see, then I just let it be. I hate arguing. And one of the worst is just arguing with your spouse, your lover, your wife, or whoever, your girlfriend. That's like the worst thing. I hate arguing. I just want to be in peace. And ever since learning the martial arts, it's taught me to be in peace. And when I get so much joy being in peace that I want to get as far away from violence as I can. But I do love exercising. I do love training in combat. I do love sparring. I do love training myself to be prepared for a violent confrontation. But I don't like to be involved in violence. Like, I love shooting guns. I love learning how to shoot. I love learning the tactics, but I don't want to go to war. If America declared war, declared a World War III, I don't want to be enlisted. I don't want to be drafted. I don't want to be, dying earlier than I have to, and then no longer spending time with my family or my loved ones. I want to enjoy my life as long as I can in peace. But I do like guns. I like shooting guns. I like training in combat. I like sparring. I like, you know, doing airsoft training. I would love doing paintballing. I would love, I love playing video games dealing with guns. Shooting things in the video games. I love going to the gun range. I never went hunting, but I would love to hunt as well. But I don't like to be violent. I hate being angry. And really, that's one of the biggest things that requires a lot of work within anybody's development, is learning how to control this anger. So I know that fighting is not good. And the law says, fighting on the streets is illegal. They arrest people. They put people in jail. But then the entertainment industry says, oh, as long as they don't fight in the streets, as long as they fight in this cage, as long as they fight in this boxing ring, then it's okay. But to me, that's just a corruption of the true way. They're just profiting off of people's animalistic needs, desires, and behaviors. We know that fighting is not good. We know that war is not good. But when there's profit involved, then all of a sudden they say, oh, because there's profit involved, then it's okay. But according to the true way, according to what my heart says, regardless if there's profit involved or not, violence is not good. We want to put effort to stop violence. And we need to do something better with our time. Something more creative, something more artistic, dancing, singing, martial arts. Making movies, watching movies, even these video games, making these video games, playing these video games. You know what I mean? Like people playing Mortal Kombat X and being competitive with that. That's fine, but don't bash each other's heads in for pleasure or for entertainment. That's not good. And I don't promote that. And I don't want nothing to do with that. And I want to represent something different in the martial arts. And, even Tupac rapping about violence, that's fine. But when you actually become violent, then that's another story. And even he had a struggle with that, because violence would come his way and he would have to defend himself. But, these martial artists out there, people like a Bruce Lee, a Jet Li, a Donnie Yen, Tony Jaa, a Jackie Chan, even a Tupac Shakur. These are people who have this anger energy, and then they learn to transform it for creative purposes. So then therefore they become artists. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's what I strive to do, is to become an artist. But when these people when they use this anger energy and they use it to destroy and destruct things, then that is not a positive thing in my eyes. That's something where we need to grow beyond that. So another thing is, I know how fragile the human being is, like how easy it is to kill somebody or how easy it is to die. One gunshot could mean the end of your life. One stab with a knife could mean the end of your life. One good hit with a blunt object, with a baton, with a stick could end your life. One car crash could end your life. One motorcycle accident could end your life. One deadly choke can end your life. One good punch could end your life. One good kick could end your life. Like, we are so fragile as humans. And I feel that it's absolutely unnecessary to try to prove a fact to be false. Like, people are trying to prove that they're strong, that they're powerful, that they're immortal. But I already know the truth. I already know that there's no such thing as immortality. I already know that no matter how strong somebody makes themselves out to be, I know that truly within they're weak. I know the limitations of the human being. I know the limitations of the human body. So there's no need to prove something to be false when I already know that it's true. So entering into competitions, it's pointless. It's like entering in. It's like doing a science experiment over and over again when you already know the outcome because you've done it so many times. You already know the outcome. You already know the truth. But you keep doing the same experiment over and over again, knowing the outcome is always going to be the same. Pretty much we're all going to die. And we all are very, very weak and fragile individuals. You know, you catch AIDS, you'll die. You get cancer, you die. You know, like you eat something wrong, you die. You drink something wrong, you die. How easy it is for people to get poisoned. And really, when it comes to competition, there's really nothing to prove. Like, I already know where my limits are, what I can and what I can't do. And I accept that. But other people, they're not accepting. They just want to, they want to believe in fantasies. They want to prove something to be, they want to prove something to be true that's really false. You know, that there's such thing as perfection. There's no such thing as perfection. You know, and I'm accepting that, you know, I already know there's no such thing as the best in the world. There's no such thing. So there's really nothing to prove. So there's nothing to compete about. Somebody thinks he's better, so be it. Let them think what they want to think. You know? It's not my job to prove them otherwise. Even if it is a non-physical disagreement or argument. It's like if people want to argue, there's nothing to argue. They could think what they want to think. You know, if they still want to believe that the world is flat, then that's what they could think. That's what they could believe in. If they want to believe in God, that's up to them. If they want to believe, you know, that the sky is black and not blue, that's up to them. You know, if they could believe whatever they want to believe. And it's not my job to prove to other people that they're wrong. You know, I just want to be in peace. And I hate arguing with strangers. I hate arguing with my wife. I hate arguing with my children. I hate arguing with family. I hate arguing with friends. Like, I want to stop all arguments. I want to stop all fighting. And I just want to be in peace. You know, that's how I am. And I feel that as I progress on the spiritual level, as I progress in meditation, I should be at more peace in my life. So, and I want to represent something different in the martial arts. You know, I want to be peaceful, but yet at the same time, I want to be powerful. I want people to see my power without me having to even fight. I want them to already know what I'm capable of, what I could do. I want them to just know without having me to prove anything. You know, it's like somebody looking at a lion roaring and just there, you know what the lion could do. You don't actually need to see the lion kill somebody to know what he could do. You know, somebody with a gun shooting at the gun range, he doesn't have to shoot a human to know, for you to know what he could do. You already know. You know, and you know, I keep saying, I use him as an example all the time. Bruce Lee never had to step into into a boxing ring, go into a cage to prove his abilities. He was just making movies, expressing himself. And people know. People respect him. And yes, there's always going to be people out there that will disrespect him. But that comes with anything. No matter how much you try to prove yourself, there's always going to be people out there that are going to disrespect you. You know, Mayweather is undefeated. He just recently retired. He's considered one of the best boxers ever to live. There's still a lot of people that disrespect him. Bruce Lee wasn't a fighter. He was an actor, martial artist. There's still a lot of people that disrespect him. For me, I don't compete. I don't fight. There's going to be people that disrespect me. There's a lot of people that disrespect me. And even if I did fight, there's still be people that disrespect me. So disrespect will come no matter what. And that's what I'm saying, is that there's no need to jeopardize your own health, your own safety, your own morals, your own values because of the people around you and what they say and what they don't say and things of that nature. I feel that martial artists just follow their heart, and peace, love, compassion, those are the true things that we need to head towards. And that's what I want to head towards. I'm not saying that I'm a Dalai Lama. I'm not saying that I'm a Jesus Christ. I'm not saying I'm a Buddha. Well, I am my own Buddha. But I'm not saying that I never get angry. I get angry. But I don't like getting angry. I hate getting angry. And yes, I could fight, but I don't like fighting. And to me, I think that's what really makes a martial artist. Somebody that could really fight, but then he doesn't like fighting. And even Bruce Lee said it himself in his movie, The Art of Fighting Without Fighting. You know, and a lot of the Chinese martial artists out there, from Bruce Lee to Jackie Chan to Jet Li to Donnie Yen, a lot of them are expressing it in more peaceful ways. And that's what I promote. A more peaceful expression in the martial arts.